Japanese Chinese food. And so it's like, instead of pizza, they deliver this, which is jjajangmyeon and maybe like some fried dumplings and stuff like that, and gungmandu it's called. And where we have the cute boys in the baseball caps walking around in their little cars, you know, holding pizzas. In Korea, it's a bunch of just like guys on their bikes with these huge metal like boxes behind them, and in these metal boxes are bowls, actual bowls, with the jjajangmyeon or other kinds of soups and other dishes like sweet and sour pork. And so it's kind of their Chinese takeout basically. And what you do after finishing, you know, your bowl of jjajangmyeon, once it gets to your door, is you leave the bowls by the door, and the guy has to come and pick them up. It's interesting, right? I'm sure Korea's figured out. I'm sure they've modernized it to like where they actually just use Tupperware and stuff that they don't have to come back, but 지금 영어로 얘기한 것은 한국에 사시는 사람들이 어떻게 짜장면을 먹나, 전화로 시키고 바로 집 앞에서 짜장면을, 맛있는 짜장면하고 군만두하고 탕수육 다 집 앞으로 오고, 우리 미국에는 그런 건 피자처럼 집 앞으로 오는 게 닮은 것 같아요. Happy gay marriage. Holy shit, right? I was at work when I found out, and I was kind of just reading Obama's speech and looking at the pictures, and it kind of just hit me. And I got a little teary-eyed. It's been a long time coming. I never like to be too political, but if you are against the Supreme Court decision, please unsubscribe. I don't want you here. Okay, with that said, I'm gonna talk about my new job. actively looking for work, but I was casually perusing. And this thing came into my lap. My old boss. I had lunch with her, and this girl had happened to quit the day before we had lunch. And my boss really vouched for me, and I mean, she's basically like director of everything, and luckily my old boss is the one who ended up being someone who could make this happen, and she just put me right in, and no interview, no nothing. It was just I came in with my cape and I swooped in, and it feels good to be trusted. I'm always going to be grateful. It's like, it feels like I've been hired because of who I am as a person, you know, as opposed to in academia where you feel like a shell of a being. and being a good person has nothing to do with being a good academic. But this week has been tumultuous because it's a big adjustment. I've never had it where my job wasn't my vocation, my life. I mean, in a way, this is leading up to a vocational kind of like fulfillment, but it's also a 9 to 5, and I've never actually experienced that. I've always been a student, so it feels good to. The day goes by really fast. There's so much work to do, and then at 5 o'clock I can come home and work on my cookbook or add recipes to my blog, and it's been mostly positive, but when I come home and I'm tired and I can't think of anything else to do, I have to just go to bed. Those are the nights that I'm resentful. Not resentful, but like worried that I left behind this kind of privileged life of reading, teaching, writing for a living. But long story short, I'm really happy. I'm working with like really nice, smart, creative, young people. People my age for a change. Instead of a bunch of like 40-year-olds with God complexes. 한국 분들한테 얘기할 게 없는 것 같아요. 단어가 빠져서.